Here's why Jaguar and what they did with their brand is actually way worse than you thought it actually ever was. This is my last video of 2024, and with it, I'm going to just go negative on Jaguar for a bit, but with a lesson for your own brand marketing. Okay, so if you're not familiar, Jaguar rebranded itself, that classic Jaguar look, the little like a Jaguar icon sticking out of the car. That's my best Jaguar impersonation. You would swipe off people's cars when they weren't looking. I never did that, but I know people who did. I mean, they were wrong for doing it, obviously. That's gone. The classic Jaguar font, this weird font. They put out a commercial that basically looks like a 1980s, I don't know, music video of interpretive dancers that said "copy nothing" and like they're on Mars. I don't know, saying "copy nothing." Okay, maybe you should copy something good because that's better than copying nothing that's completely random. Anywho, so with that, they also released a new design for the car, a concept design for the car that looks like the Barbie mobile. You've heard of the Batmobile. There's also the Barbie mobile. It looks like that, but like more concept-y. Anywho, copy nothing except for Barbie mobiles. With that, leaving the design of the car aside, who knows what that's actually going to look like in the end? Let's talk about the actual brand thing because, okay, it's actually worse. No one knows this, but there's a random CNBC video that goes into this. Originally, like 1913, the founder of Jaguar had a motto, copy nothing. Oh, wait a sec. Yeah, now it makes sense they're going with copy nothing because you remember what happened back in 1913, obviously. It's amazing. The person being interviewed, like C-level, CMO, CFO, C whatever O, was saying, we want to get back to our roots. We were a company with innovative designs in the 1960s. They had such a cool car that even Enzo Ferrari, who, I don't know, that's like a big car person, I guess. I mean, if there's a Ferrari, I'm assuming that's the founder of Ferrari. I know nothing about cars. I know brands that don't do well with their car branding, but I don't know nothing about cars. They drive and that's it. Anywho, again, so even Ferrari's like, wow, this 1961, whatever, it's amazing completely. I've never seen anything like it before. And this dude from Jaguar is basically saying, we're trying to get back into that. We're trying to get back into where our brand history was, our brand identity was, where we copy nothing. We are supremely innovative. Copy nothing. Now, okay, now that random ass commercial, these interpretive dancers on Mars saying copy nothing kind of makes sense. Still bad commercial, but at least there's context. It makes sense. And that's why it's worse. That's why it's worse because you had a concept. It was right there. You didn't communicate it. Like who knew? Who knew that the original idea of Jaguar was copy nothing? No one. No one except a few people who got 10 minutes into that random CNBC video, and you, because I just shared it with you, knew that there was a connection between what they're doing now and getting back to their actual roots, and the copy nothing thing actually makes sense. It was right there in front of them. All they had to do was communicate that. Instead, they didn't, and now everyone's completely confused and have been trashing their brands. And now here I am trashing their brand for not even getting the communication part right. The moral of the story is you cannot just pivot. Brands pivot and refresh. You can't just throw out that old you like, whoop, forget about that guy. Here I am. Imagine the worst person, like the most horrible person you know. It shouldn't take you that long. It's probably a close family member. And then imagine they came in and said, I'm a new person today. You're like, the hell you are. You can't just get rid of what you were. Even if you do need to pivot, you have to slowly move forward and connect the old and the new. Even if the old was bad, there's ways to do this. That's a different conversation. You can't just show up one day and say, we're different, we're new. Because your audience still remembers you from yesterday. The only people who don't think that you existed yesterday are you. Which is why you do things like not communicating. Hey, we used to have this whole thing that we're getting back to our roots. By the way, actual Jaguar aficionados, people who like Jaguar, could probably buy into that concept, right? Yeah, we're getting back to roots. That's exciting. I hate your new logo, but that idea is exciting. You can't just pivot and not connect and show a progression from the old you slowly into the new you. You have to connect the new you to who the old you were, to explain to the audience and give them some logical context, even emotional context, even better, of why you're pivoting, how you're pivoting, and how that relates back to who you used to be. Now, hopefully, you're getting my next video in 2025. You're a completely new person because you have all these New Year resolutions, yada, 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 just like Jaguar. And with that, thanks for watching me in 2024. I look forward to seeing you in 2025.